Hello again from Sean's Auto Repairs in sunny Ramsgate of all places. Today's little job we've got on is one of my favourite cars, so to speak, because I do lots of work on them, a Peugeot 407. And on this car we've got to do the near side driveshaft gator and a rear wheel bearing, I believe. So let's crack on. Alright, so first things first, let's whip the wheel off. Right, so as you can see we've got the wheel off now, and with the aid of a bit of light you can see that the gator it's not ripped as such, it's just got a little hole in it which is letting a little bit of grease out. Probably looks a lot worse than what it is. It's probably just a pinhole in there somewhere, can't really see, but what we do is we need to change that gator. So the plan is, at the moment, we're going to take the tie rod off. We're going to take the bottom link off there, off the anti-roll bar, and then on the bottom, we're going to take this pin out, which frees up the top of the shock, and we're also going to take this pin out, take the nut off, so we can free the drive shaft. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull the whole lot. We're going to pull the whole lot forward, so the drive shaft comes out the back of here and comes down the side, so we can change the gator. Right, let's do that. Right, progress has been made. We've got the tie rod off. We've got the anti-roll bar link off that side. We've got the big bolt out the bottom. Look from the other side, as you can see it better. Up there. Up there. And we've got the big nut off the UJ joint. So now all this lot is just free to pull forward. And what we do is we pull it forward so we can get the joint out from behind that unit. Right, now we've got it all pulled forward with the help of a jack holding it up. It gives us enough room to clear the drive shaft out the back of the hub there. So now all we need to do is to cut this gator off, clean it up and put a new gator on. Right, now we're all nicely cleaned up, all the excess grease removed, all the old grease. So now to put the gator on. Now you may think, right, there's the new gator. How are we going to get that over there? Now we could do it the old fashioned way and fiddle about with the spring clips in here, in the hub here, and the end of the shaft, and knock the joint off. But this is a stretchy gator, a universal gator, and what we need is a stretchy gator tool. So that, if I can do this one-handed, goes on there like so. You then push the inflate button, which opens the gator up. Right, that's a bit better. Wasn't pushing the button quite far enough with my finger. So that opens it all up wide. And then that slips on over your drive shaft. If I could do this all. like so. Then you press the deflate knob, which deflates it all. And then you push the gator off the end, which I'll have to do off camera. So after you pull the tool out, the gator is left on the shaft. It just leaves you to pack the grease in around the edge and inside the gator and put your clips on. Right, and there we are. We have the new boot fitted, new clips, ready for reassembly. And like I normally always do, flop the film the last bit, putting the bits and pieces back on. But it's all back together now. Ooh, let's give that a bit of a clean, I think. And all greasy finger marks all over it, do we? That's better. Lovely stuff. Now I think we've got to give it a road test, because I think we might have a bit of a wheel bearing on the back gone. So we'll be back in a bit. Right, here we go. We're going to part 2 of the saga. And this is for a noisy wheel bearing. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear this. I should think you probably can. It's quite loud. Right, let's start by taking the wheel off. Right, now the wheel's off. One of my pet peeves with the modern cars, everything's plastic. When you want to stick your light up anywhere, all around the wheel arch where you want to stick it, it's all plastic. So we had to stick it there, on the back frame. Right, I'm going to take, so next stop, I'm going to take the brake hub off, take the disc off, and then see what we got. Right, so we've got the caliper off, which was held on by two 10mm bolts. And then we've got to take the carrier off, which is held on by the back there by 2 Torx, what size are they? 2 T55 Torx, which are normally pretty tight, so we'll crack them off and get them out of there. Right, that top bolt was a bit stubborn, but we got the bracket off in the end. I had to wind it off nearly all the way by hand because it's so tight. So that's down there. Now we're going to use the old impact driver to get the little Torx bits out on the disc and then take the disc off. Okay, so that's the disc removed, giving us our bare hub with our tone ring on back there with our ABS sensor. So what we do now, we take that cap off, take the bolt out the middle and take the hub off. Right, now we've got the cap off. Took a bit of a beating, but it came off. Now we've got to find the socket that size. That's a massive great socket. Let's have a measure. I think the old 3/4 inch socket set might have to come out for this one. About 40mm. Right, just bear me a second. Right, so it's a 40mm socket. I've got 38 or 41 in 3/4 drive. So it's a little bit sloppy, but I think if we can get enough pressure on this bar, we'll see if we can get it undone. Well, to be fair, using the jack as a bit of leverage under the bar, it wasn't too tight as it goes. So you just have to wind that off. And then that should, I would imagine, with a bit of persuasion, just pull out. Right, after a bit of persuasion, we've got the hub off. It left the inner race on the shaft as they do usually. Pulled all the guts out of that one. I can't see any circlip in there, so I imagine it's just a tight a press fit in there. So off to get the new bearing now, and then we'll have a go at pressing that one out. Right, so there I was thinking that I had to get the old hub tamer out and push that bearing out. And I've gone and picked up the new bearing, and surprise surprise, it comes as a complete hub, which is good. Right, if I just put you down a minute so I can open this packet. So there we are. That all comes complete like that with the new style tone ring on it, rather than the toothed version, or what should be on there, I think. So all I had to do was get ready for that is on this shaft was this bearing that was stuck on there. So what I do was grind a flat in that to split it, and then we'll cut the chisel that off, and that's all good. The aluminium's a bit eaten away, I think, a bit corroded, but it's all nice and flat there. So we'll get it back together. Right, I've just been on to auto data just to have a look up the tightening torques, and the torque for this rear hub is 250 Newton meters. Now, the problem being that my torque wrench is a 1/2 inch drive, and this is a 3/4 inch. And I haven't got a converter, I don't think. I've never needed one before. So I think I'm just going to give it some serious ugger-duggers and call it done. Alright, so that's the cap back on. Right, now to reassemble disc, then the carrier, and then the caliper. Right, and here's a little tip of the day. If you're working in a restricted space and you've got your Torx bit down there and you can't get it to engage in the bolt because that one is too high because it hit on the body, and you can't get a lower one, if you turn the socket quarter in any direction, just pull it off and turn it around a quarter, you'll find when you put it on you can put the bar in a different position further down to give you more pulling power. Right, there we are, back together again. Discs on, brackets on, calipers on, all the pipes all in the right places. Right, time to put the wheel back on. Right, so that's another one out the door. The lady's just come and picked that one up and taken that one away. I have to apologise again for the quality of the camera work. I keep forgetting to film bits and pieces, and as you can appreciate, it's a bit difficult when you haven't got a stand or anything. You've got to keep holding your phone all the time. But I hope you get the gist of these things, and I hope it's of some help to somebody. Right, we'll catch you all again later. Thanks for watching.